We're talking about housing today and selling your house. I'm joined by Maria Raymer, one of Home Connect's TV's marketing experts. A lot of people like to add things to their house before they're about to sell it, thinking that this will boost the value, they'll get more money for it. But you know what? Some of those things, they don't pay out in the end. And so let's talk about some of this, Maria, because what are some of these things and how did you find out this information?
Well, there was a recent survey done, and the items that came up were based on that survey. So we have to be careful about trends, latest, greatest trends, and jumping on the bandwagon of doing these things because they come and go. And some of them are quite expensive. So you want to make sure you're going to get the return out, whether you're building a house, whether you're remodeling or getting ready for sale, to your point.
Exactly. So let's look at some of those things.
Yeah.
Barn doors. Barn doors, really popular, right?
Yeah, I love them myself.
I know, I have one.
They're such a great space saver. I remember seeing this a few years back when it started coming out in New York and thought, wow, what a great concept.
Yeah.
Pretty inexpensive to install and great, space saver like we were talking about. However, it's something that's kind of on the chopping block to be outdated in the near future.
So because it looks possibly outdated.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. So another thing that came up was shiplap. So
yes, and explain for folks who may not know, what is shiplap?
So it's a wood wood siding almost for the inside of the house. It's a decorative wood board.
It looks like what we had growing up in Grandpa's downstairs basement sometimes.
Well, and that is the problem with shiplap. It could be looked at as wood paneling from the 70s.
Right.
So when it does go out, it's it's going to go out big, and they're saying it's going to go out fast. So be careful with putting too much shiplap accents through the home.
Certainly, it saw a boost in popularity very recently.
Yeah, very recently. So a lot of people are doing it. Just don't overdo it, because when it comes time to taking it down, it could be expensive to repair the walls and get that stuff out of there. Another thing that was on the list was open shelving in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Kind of not a big hit here. It's a very clean, minimalistic look. It's been done really well in other areas. Jacksonville hasn't had a really big hit with this, and I really don't get the concept myself, because there's a lot of clutter in my cabinets.
I don't want everybody to see my mess. That's the truth,
I want to keep that closed. Plus, dirt, dust settles on dishes, so you don't want that open where that's going to happen. So it's just not a real functional concept for us. Another thing is not having a glass door on your glass shower. Again, it's not a functional purpose, because now the heat goes out. So this is pretty popular, leaving the door off the shower. But for function, it's not a great idea. So that was something also on the list.
Maria, I think we're out of time, but those are great pieces of information.
Yeah, no problem.
And I feel outdated now with my barn door. Thank you so much for coming in.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.